Well, welcome back to the walk of the way in the desert. And this is day 4. And we've been walking step by step through this journey from understanding that the cross was not the end to being led into the desert to face the testing of identity. And today we come to a place that is deeply personal and often uncomfortable, and that is dependence over control. Because if the desert does anything, it strips self-sufficiency. In everyday life, it's easy to build a system of control. We can plan, we can prepare, we can manage outcomes, and we can try to stay ahead of uncertainty. And in many ways, that is normal. But in the desert, those systems don't work the same way. The things you relied on before may not be available, and the clarity you once had may feel distant. The outcomes you could once predict now feel uncertain. And in that space, something begins to surface. And it's the need to control. See, control often feels like safety. If I can manage this, and then I'm going to be okay. But if I can figure out this out, I will feel secure. And if I can get clarity, I can move forward. But the desert gently and sometimes painfully reveals this truth, that control is not the same as trust. And this is where the shift begins. In the desert, you are invited into something different. Not instant solutions, but daily provision. Daily. Not all at once. Not everything figured out. Not complete certainty about the future. Just enough for today. And that can feel unsettling because we often want the full picture. We want guarantees, we want timelines, and we want to know how it will all work out. But dependence doesn't operate that way. Think about walking step by step in low light. You may not see the entire path, but you can see enough to take you to the next step. And then the next, and then the next. And that is what dependence looks like. It's not the absence of movement, it's movement without full control. Because here's the deeper reality. Faith grows where control dies. And that process can feel like loss. Letting go of control can feel like losing certainty, or losing stability, or losing the sense of being in charge. But what you're actually gaining is something deeper. It's called trust. Trust that you are not carrying this alone. Trust that provision will meet you where you are. And trust that not knowing doesn't mean that you're not being led. See, the desert doesn't ask you to have everything figured out. It invites you to release the need to. So let's take a moment together as we breathe and slow down and to sit with this question. What am I trying to control that I need to surrender? Is it an outcome, a relationship, a timeline, or even a decision? Is it the need to know what comes next before you can move forward? And just notice it. No pressure, no judgment. Sometimes what we hold on to the tightest is what we trust the least. And surrender is not about giving up. It's about letting go of what was never yours to carry alone. So as we move through today, let's remember this. You don't need to have all the answers. And you don't need to control every outcome. You are allowed to take one step at a time and trust that what you need will meet you there. See, dependence is not weakness, it's a different kind of strength. It's a quiet strength, a steady strength, a strength that doesn't come from control, but from trust. So this has been day 4 of the walk of the way in the desert. Tomorrow we will step into day 5, which is the voice in the silence. So until then, release what you can't control and trust the step in front of you.